So give me your last pitch for Back Bay Mission and why it's so imperative for people to donate to support the work of this mission.
I love this place, and I've seen it as an intern, as a volunteer, as a board member, as an executive director. So I've seen it from every side, and I can say that. And I love it, and I think it's worth people's support because this is a place of such courage and such tenacity. It sets the bar and sets the pace for how to approach some of the most difficult issues of our time in one particular place, but in a way that I really think is a model for so many people. You know, when Back Bay Mission sees an issue that is becoming chronic, that is becoming problematic, troublesome, where people are being oppressed and people are suffering at the hands of poverty or homelessness or discrimination, any kind of injustice, Back Bay Mission historically and still today is the organization that stands up. Not alone, but nevertheless stands up, and particularly stands up because our faith tells us we have to. And because we are so passionate and try to be so faithful, we often end up being the first to get there on an issue, the first to find a way to respond creatively, collaboratively, the first to try something that's never been tried before. That's the legacy of this place. That's the character of this place. We will go where we have to go to create a better world and a little bit more justice for the people that have little justice now.
Yes.
So for people who have an equal thirst for that justice, for people who believe, as we do, that our faith compels us to act, not just to talk, but to act and to create solutions and to be part of the solution, this is the place to invest in. This is the place. Because you can also know that this place also does everything it does with heart, with commitment, and with excellence. We pride ourselves on doing what we do well, not just doing it. And we also stretch every single dime so far and make it work for this community. I think people should invest here if they're people of faith for the same reason that I love this place so much. And that is because I think Back Bay Mission is the embodiment of what our Gospels and our prophets call us to be and do in the world.
Okay.
You know, it is remembering and serving the least of these. It is doing justice, loving kindness, walking humbly. It is the personification of those visions, those biblical visions of our faith. Not always perfect, but always striving, always doing its best to be that living embodiment of God's love and justice. So, if you're a person of faith, that's reason enough to invest in this place. Or if you just care about this community and you want it to be a better place for all its citizens and people, that's another reason.
We're concluding here with the interview, but after 13 years of service, and not only 13 years here at the mission, but as executive director, but your time in service to the mission before that, I'd like to just give you the floor to thank whomever, those souls that you said helped you to sort of be reflect and deflect a lot of the things that were going on during Katrina. The people that have helped you professionally, giving you advice, helping leadership, mentors, whomever. I just want to give you the floor to give them a word of thanks.
I am not going to name any names because
Okay.
there are too many.
Okay. And
But people know who they are, people who have mentored me in leadership, people who have taught me things about governance, about management, about fundraising, about managing staff. I
Okay.
mean, there have been legions of people
Yes.
who have been my teachers
Mhm.
and my friends
Mm.
and my colleagues, people who have made sure I laughed along the way,
Right.
which is a critical element.
Yes.
I'm not going to name many names,
Yes.
but there have been many, and I have been blessed.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate it. Appreciate and thank you for your service here, Ms. Shari. We sincerely do, on behalf of the staff and from the staff, we do thank you.
Thank you.